From rock star to addiction specialist, it's not a career change we often hear about, but it's the journey for our next guest who, back in the 1980s, found himself in the spotlight as the drummer for the Boston-based rock band, the Del Fuegos, living life on the road, touring with Tom Petty, the Kinks, and yes, indulging in the rock and roll lifestyle. Today, he's being honored by the Massachusetts Association of Alcohol and Drug Addiction Counselors for substance counseling excellence. It's a fascinating story, and yet a somewhat surprising journey and turn of events for local guy Woody Geisman. And Woody, thanks for coming in. Great to see you.
Good morning, Gene.
Congratulations on the award. I would imagine of all the things you've accomplished in your life, this is probably at the top of the list at this stage.
Yeah, you know, this is a real feel-good thing for me, yeah.
Let's go back to the old days, if you will. You guys are in the Del Fuegos. You're the drummer for the band. Ironically, you guys get highlighted in a Miller beer ad, which goes nationwide, puts you on the map. Tell us what it was like for you at that time of your life.
You know, that was fantastic because our record had just come out and Rolling Stone magazine had given us 3.5 stars, which was really good. And the record just jumped right off the shelves.
Don't Run Wild was on there, and what was the other single you guys had?
I Still Want You.
Yeah, that is. I Still Want You. And you guys are out there, and you're making the big thing. Now, we talk about the rock and roll lifestyle. Give us some specifics. What types of activities, if you will, went along with that type of stardom?
Well, you know, we had a lot of fortunate experiences touring with Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers and ZZ Top. Got to play with a lot of really great musicians along the way.
And the rock and roll lifestyle also includes indulgence and overindulgence.
Well, you know, that's the unfortunate thing. And Gene, I think that, you know, the thing that comes to mind for me is the point where I decided I didn't want to be the next Keith Moon.
Right. Was there a point, was there a rock bottom when you said, okay, I just can't do this anymore?
Well, I think we'd been on the road for about 10 years, you know, nonstop. It was just nonstop. And, you know, great experiences, but I think that the alcohol and drug use caught up with it.
What was the worst for you?
The worst for me was, you know, never being able to stop the whole thing, and around 1990, the whole thing kind of came to a dead end for me. I just decided that was it. You know?
Was it the drugs or the alcohol, or a combination of two for you?
Well, I think it was a lethal combination of both.
Yeah,
sure.
That would lead you down the Keith Moon path if you weren't careful about it.
Absolutely.
So in 1990, what was sort of this epiphany that you had? What came to you, and what made you say, you know what, I've got to turn these negatives in my life into positives?
Well, you know, I came back to Boston. I had been living in Los Angeles for about 10 years. And I came back to Boston, and I just decided that I was going to put the brakes on this and consider going back to school and learning a little bit more about addiction, which continued on into me going for my license, becoming a licensed addiction specialist.
And starting Right Turn.
Well, starting Right Turn, sure, yeah.
What is Right Turn? Tell us what it's about, and it's been a huge success, too.
Yeah, Right Turn is it's a 501c3 nonprofit that I established in early 2000 to provide substance abuse treatment for people primarily around creativity, for artists, entertainers, but really anyone who would benefit from our services. And we have 9 therapists and 3 psychiatrists, and it's an outpatient service in the Arlington Center. You know, I believe in all of the evidence-based treatments of therapy and psychiatry and medications. We do an opiate treatment.
That's become a big problem.
Well, it really has, Gene. We have an epidemic here in Massachusetts, and it's something that I think that we really need to talk about. That the leading cause of accidental death in Massachusetts is opiate overdose. And we have an average of 2 overdoses per day.
Yeah. What concerns you the most, what you're seeing now? Is it the young people doing? Because I know a lot of young people are involved, but still, the older you are, if you have a relative or somebody who's addicted to something, don't give up, because it's never too late to get them help and turn things around.
Right, yeah, Gene, I think what really concerns me is that among those opiate overdoses, it's really between the ages of 18 and 25, and that's what we see at our clinic. Probably greater than 80% of the people who come into Right Turn are not only the a young person struggling with the addiction, but we bring in the family. We don't just treat the person. We bring in the entire family.
That support system around him is huge.
Absolutely.
And the Woody Geisman Band playing gigs on Saturday nights there at Right Turn, right?
Well, you know, we've made an appearance here or there. Yeah.
Wanted to tell folks, too, if you are ready to make a right turn down the road to recovery yourself, or you're looking for information to support a family member or a friend, you can visit the website at right-turn.org. You get great information there, and from a guy who's actually lived it and now helping others beat it as well. You're doing a great job, Woody. Well-deserved honor for you. Congratulations.
Gene,
on
thank
that.
you so much.
Thank you very much. We'll chat with you again at some point down the road.
Terrific.
Important stuff here. All right, we have to take a break. It is now 8:42. You're watching the Fox 25 Morning News. We're coming right back.